But your media is a one-on-one avenue, always.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like, that's only ever a you thing where it's like, you said, okay, you can take it to your family, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I want to bring this into my family? Okay, yes. As a mom and a dad, you know it's good. But like, what about for Brom? And what about for Addie? Do they like know what's good for mom and dad? You know what I mean? Like, what are they bringing in, especially as they get older? And then in reality, how many of us actually know our neighbors anymore? How many of us know, like, we use this word community, and it's just like,
and we refer to that in
like
these
Redding,
little like kind of groups that we're in.
I'm officially arrived at adulthood because I have a Facebook page for my street. It's a Facebook group. I'm part of it. It's called the Spring Street Squad.
So you're gonna be on that. So you're gonna be on that yard sale for the community.
Yes. Dude, gems. But it's just like outside of even just my 2400 block. Like I know most of the people on there, but like I don't know the next street down.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the 2300 block. I don't know Intervilla. Like I don't know anybody who lives on Penn Ave.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just kind of like we sit here and we're like, oh well, I don't know what's right for my community. And it's like because we don't know our community.
Because we don't know it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like that's where a lot of this stuff breaks down. Is everything that we're taking in, everything that we're doing is so inwardly focused just towards us.
Yeah.
And about building that out further and further and further until ultimately, like, you know, we're never going to be the United States of America where everybody knows everybody. I'm like, oh, yeah, John over in California, he's good people. But it's just like if we as communities can stand together for things, then
but if there could be common ideas established more broadly than us as individuals. Yeah, there's a lot of individuals running about right now. And I think that's why there's no real cohesiveness in our country. You know, on either side of the political aisle, there's not a cohesiveness. There's negativity and bickering in party lines now.
But I think that's why you're so drawn to like, oh, well, these five guys are sitting down and having a 2-hour-long conversation. It's just like, it's something we all want, but like we can't have, so I'm just going to take part in theirs.
Well, I think it has to start in things like this.
Yeah, 1 million%.
You know, me inviting you on to just talk.
Yeah.
Like we don't
Even
do
though
this.
I asked you, I said like, hey man, what are we talking about? You're like, I don't know, life or something.
Well, that's because I don't, this is not a topical podcast. We'll get into topics and stuff like that.
Maybe.
But I want to talk to my friends, and I hope that just like I like to listen to friends talk because I feel like I'm not getting enough of that personally.
Yeah.
You know, I love talking to my wife, but like
she's good people.
She's
really
good people.
Not just on camera.
She's good people. Really good. Much better than me. Much better than me. Much
I didn't
nicer.
Say it. He said it. Hot take.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a hot take. It's probably widely known. But yeah, it starts like this, and then it starts with us having dinner later, you know, and just getting together more. Did you really?
Yeah. Like leaving the house.
What
She's
you
like,
making,
the
man?
Lettermans are coming over. I'm like, oh, cool.
What you making for me, man?
I'm pretty sure we're doing like hot dogs and hamburgers.
What gluten-free food are you making for me?
Me and cooking do
You know what's really funny
go well
is
together.
I have so many friends that have different allergies now, and I just realized that like the friends that we get together with on a regular basis all have allergies. I've like surrounded myself with this team of misfits. You know,
you guys want pizza?
Gluten allergy and dairy allergy. Yeah.
Tolerant.
Unite.
So what are we eating? Holographic meatloaf? I don't know. Golly.
Crap.
No, there's some good gluten-free stuff.
On the last episode that I forgot to hit record on the video for, I literally opened my box of
I heard
Oreos.
A thing, I thought it went off.
I think.
Oh, yeah, you got the gluten-free stuff.
I got the gluten-free Oreos.
Yeah, dude.
I should bring them tonight.
You should.
Well, can Liz have those?
She'll tell you no, but then she'll eat them. Sorry,
That's
babe.
my favorite. That's my favorite.
I hope that stays true. Like by the time this airs.
Yeah. And we're just going to be like watching. Like,
see? There it is.
Eat it. Eat it. They're delicious, though. I haven't had Oreos in like, I don't know, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Probably even more because I wasn't like a huge Oreo eater.
Yeah.
But like once they were gone, now I can't have cookies and cream ice cream anymore. I couldn't have Oreos.
Fun fact for you. There is So Delicious. It's a brand.
Okay.
at Giant, they have cookies and cream and cookie dough ice cream that's gluten-free.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just letting you know. Just in case you're wanting to sponsor us. So delicious.
So delicious.
No, but dude, like I live for people to come to my house. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
Not like I don't want to leave my house to go meet people. I'll go meet people anywhere. But like, it was so crazy because when we bought our house, the couple that we bought it from, they're like, you know what? We spent so much time praying over who was going to move in here next and just kind of like what the space would be. And she was like sitting there and like Liz and her are like crying for like an hour. And it was awesome. But she's like, one word kept popping out to us like over and over and over again. This house would be a house of refuge. And I was just like, and in my head, we had just started like Haven like a year before. And I'm like, that's like the same word. And then, and it's been over the past like 2 years that we've lived there. And God's like, no, dude, like we've had people, guys, young adult guys, girls, youth group students come over and just like bear all.
That's awesome.
And just be like people who've like gone through breakups and we're like, dude, if you need a couch to cry on and you just need to be around people
took
come
it seriously.
Over. Oh yeah. But I love it.
Awesome.
Love it so much, man.
That's
because
so
it's
cool.
just like, it's those moments where now I know I can connect with those people. It's those moments because they've come to me at their most vulnerable that I know, one, they trust me enough to talk to me. And two, like now they know like our door's open. I can tell you when a new person comes over to my house because they ring the doorbell or they knock. Anybody who's been over to my house before just like walks in. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like, it's a beautiful thing, man. Just like inviting people into your home saying like, hey, you're in my space, but you're free to be completely you. So like, just do you. And it's just like the amount of conversations that we've had that way. Like we've had people that we've met one time. We're like, come on over. Come hang out.
Yeah.
And they come over and they sit there for like 6 hours. And it's just like, we just have conversations and we're real and we get to help them through things. And they show us where we suck at certain things. And we're like, that's cool. Great. But I think conversation starts with just being open. People want to be heard first and foremost. They don't want you to talk to them. They just want to be heard.
Yeah. Well, even for this podcast, it's hard for me to even open it up. I'm not good with it. Believe it or not, like I'm good at talking. I could talk forever.
Oh, yes, you can.
I can. I talk about anything.
Fun fact. If you ever want to torture JC, for anybody who's watching and or listening right now,
I don't mind silence.
Yes, you do. You just broke it. Silence. You wouldn't even let me.
I did. Well, I'm not going to let the podcast keep going. I got to edit that crap out.
No way, dude. No, silence is okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't mind. I don't mind silence. I do suck at rest. That's for sure. I do suck at rest. We try to do it on Saturdays. I suck. I just want to do something. I just want to like, all right, well, I won't work on this or go on social media, but I'll do this house project.
Yeah, right.
Like there's always something. But so it's hard for me. I like talking, but it's hard for me to open myself up to new people. Like I would love to bring other people onto this podcast that I've really wanted to get to know better, but just haven't made the time. I'm not a person to just kind of like hang out with people, and
there's got to be a purpose.
There has to be a purpose, yep. Like, and it has to be like our families are getting together, and there you don't even really get good quality time because you're constantly
making sure your kids aren't killing each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So it's hard, man. It's hard to get over that hump of just getting out of your own way and say, just make it happen, even if it's not your thing. Because once I do it, I love it.
Yeah.
Once I do it, once I talk to a new person, I'm like, why have we never done this before?
Yeah.
Why have we never hung out more? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And I just need to get over that hurdle. I need to, and it's such a beautiful thing that you were talking about. Like once you go through something with somebody, there's just that lasting connection. And that's one thing that we're also, a lot of us don't know our neighbors. We also don't go through crap with our neighbors. That used to be a common thing. Like, you got something going on at your house, you know, your neighbor runs over. Like the other day, my neighbor has this like kind of souped up truck.
Slide.
What?
They have a slide too.
They do have a sweet slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but
truck.
he was changing the tire for it's a monster truck. So it's like a 200-pound tire. He pulled the one out and he had the other one up on like a jack. But somehow, it was a windy day, somehow it slipped off the jack and just started rolling back towards his garage. Now he has this beautiful like log cabin house and garage, like a what do you call it? Not an extended garage, but like a whole other building. That's his garage. And so it starts rolling back and like one wheel's off. So it's like digging into the ground. Like as it comes back towards his garage, and he like runs over to my house and he's like, I need your help. You know, so I just bolt out of the house and go over there, and we like wrap a chain around his front end, and we had to wrap the chain around a tree and like use a wrench to like tighten it. But you know what? Afterwards, we had this awesome time of just talking.
Yeah.
Like we got that done. His garage was fine. And then we just chatted. And it was
Do you think
awesome.
he would have helped you pull a trampoline out of a river?
I think he would. He's an outdoorsman.
All right.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, let me get my boots on.
Yeah, he would actually have equipment for it.
Yeah, not trudging through water.
Yeah. I did that the other day.
Why?
Because
just for fun?
No. Not right now. It's freezing. So for I think this was Christmas.
Okay.
The kids got one of those what do you call those things? Like a little hovercraft thing?
Drone?
It's like a drone, but it's not like a remote control. Like it's one where you turn it on and you like toss it in the air and it just starts flying.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has sensors. So like if you put your hand near it, it starts to fly that. Yep. It's cool. Stupid me thought it would be an awesome idea to try it outside.
Good.
So I calibrated it. I made sure that it was like flying correctly inside, took it out. The kids were so excited. They were like coming out the door. And I went, whoop. And it just rose up and just started flying down towards the road.
Where did you think it was going to go?
I don't know. I thought it would just like stay here. And then I would like push it around or whatever. So
Did you find it?
It flew across the street above the electrical lines.
Good.
Over
the river.
Over the river and hit a branch and then just dropped. So I felt terrible for.
Did it break?
I don't even know where it is. Long story short, I crossed the river. It had just rained for like 2 weeks. So the water's really high. I tried to like stay on like rocks at first.
That don't work.
And then I slipped and I was like, here we go. And I just went completely across the river in my pants. I mean, it was up to the top of my pants.
Oh yeah.
And so I did that again. So you have to do that every so often.
Yeah.
You just have to get in the icy river.
There's a metaphor there.
I'm sure there is.
Maybe you can do like a post about that.
Maybe.
About the icy river.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's coming.
Probably not.
Probably not. I have no idea. I have no idea. What's up, everybody? You just watched a clip from one of our Just Breathing podcasts. If you want to see the full version, you just hit the link in the description below. Or if you want to just keep watching clips, we got some more right here. Thanks, everybody.